One of the questions I have to keep asking myself while I'm going for Atomic this year is this grind really worth it? Because there are a couple things that you have to know about going for this grind. One, this is an old gameplay here real quick in the background. Might as well introduce this. That's why I was going for the Gold Volk, and I believe I had to get long shots or whatnot. And this gun, going for long shots, not the most viable thing in the world. So you guys will see that in this gameplay. I think the overall score was like 67 to 10, maybe something like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this discussion about the Atomic Camo grind and what you guys can do if you're considering it or if you're working on it right now. Let's get right into it. First things first, it is no surprise that this year the camo grind is very tedious, very rough, and time consuming overall. It is one of those things that you have to go out of your way to do a specific playstyle in order to earn some of these camos. Right here, I'm just looking for long shots. That's all I want, and a lot of these kills that I'm going to be getting are actually not long shots. I'm just sitting in a spot where I'm hoping I can get some long-range encounters in order to go ahead and get this camo challenge done. And a lot of these challenges in this game require you to have a specific playstyle with specific attachments, and I think that this is probably what makes it so tedious, is that you can't play the game the way you actually want to play in order to earn some of these camo challenges. A lot of the LMGs have bullet penetration kills, which make you have to find certain spots to farm bullet penetration kills. A lot of these assault rifles might have hip fire, or they might have long shots, or just really tedious challenges you don't want to do. For example, the Itra Burst has a 12-round mag hip fire challenge, which, if you don't know, the Itra Burst is a 4-round burst, usually a 4-shot kill unless you're running Vital and you hit 3 chest shots or headshots. The Itra Burst is going to be a 4-round kill, and it's only got 12 bullets in the clip with that setup. And on top of that, you got a hip fire. So getting reloads off and all that kind of stuff, not very practical. It's very tedious, and lots of deaths are going to incur when you are going for that camo itself. The 3-line rifle requires 100 bloodthirsties. That requires you to go on 5 kill streaks 100 different times while sniping. Now, there are some ways around this. You could obviously get 4 kills with your pistol and then pull out the 3-line rifle and get the 5th kill, and it will actually count. So that's kind of nice. I think it's a bug, but while it's in the game, you might as well do it. If it is not in the game at the time of doing this, then, well, I apologize. You're going to have to do it the other way around. So there are a lot of ways around some of these challenges. The Bren requires 3 different sets of long shots, which can get very frustrating because you're going to have to use certain attachment challenges. On top of that, a lot of the attachments in this game at this current moment are bugged. There are a few guns that are bugged. I just will not be able to get gold until they fix them. Mine being the STG-44, because I originally leveled it up in Warzone. Any gun that you leveled up in Warzone before the game has launched is currently bugged, so the M1 Garand and STG-44. There are some other guns that will just randomly break for people and they will stop working. I have a couple friends that have some of their other assault rifles not tracking camos. There is a lot of problems right now with the camo grind. It honestly makes it very disheartening to go for, and for how tedious and difficult it is at the moment, I have to sit here and ponder to myself, is it really worth it? So what I have to tell you guys, after hearing all that, you guys might be thinking, should I go for it? And here's the thing, if you really do want to, just know it's going to take you probably at least 8 to 9 days of playtime, I would say, for the average player. Right now I'm on my 6th day of playtime going for this, and I currently have 25 gold guns. So yeah, it definitely is very time consuming. I know people that have done this much faster than I have, but that's also because I wasn't using certain methods to actually get this done a lot faster. And we're going to go ahead over some of those certain methods to go ahead and make this camo grind much less tedious. So number one, I started abusing the one thing that makes it very easy to get this done way too late in the grind, and this would have made way more sense, and now I regret not doing it, but it is how to level up your guns much faster. So first things first, when double XP weekend isn't happening, go over to Warzone and activate a bunch of double XP tokens you might have still from Modern Warfare 2019. This will go ahead and give you about 1.5 times XP or something. It's currently bugged, but actually, apparently, it gives more XP than the actual double XP weekends, because those are bugged too. So at the current time making this video, that is going to be one of the tips. They'll probably fix it eventually to where it is 2 times XP, but right now, like I said, it is 1.5 times XP. So you want to go into zombies, and you want to go ahead and start a match, and you want to look for a harvest. You want to go into that harvest. You want to get 35 kills, or melees. You can do it with melees as well, whatever's fastest for you. And then you just back out, you start up another game, look for a harvest, rinse and repeat. So that is one of the ways you level up your gun really fast. It's very boring, so I recommend just putting on a podcast, listening to that, or some YouTube videos, whatever it may be. Just put things on auto repeat, and there you go. You can go ahead and grind your levels or weapons up to level 70 or 60, whatever you're using. Now, you should know that this method still is going to take you about 1 to 2 hours, depending on how fast you could do it, and depending on what is currently active in the game, such as double XP or not. So it could take you still quite a bit of time to level up guns, but most guns otherwise are going to take tens of hours to level up if you're playing standard multiplayer, and it gets very frustrating to use off-meta weapons since like everybody and their mother out here is using an STG-44, an automaton, a bar, or an MP40. It just seems to be the 4-gun meta as per usual whenever a COD first drops. So I would highly recommend switching up and trying out zombies to level up your guns. And the reason this is much faster is because that way you have all the camo challenges unlocked. Whenever you go into multiplayer, you can just bang them all out at once. It's so many less kills. Like, for example, I was taking about 1,500 to 2,000 kills on average to get a gold gun, and whenever I did this method, now it's about 800 to 1,200. So it definitely decreases the amount of kills you have to get per gun in multiplayer because you have every single gun leveled up. So I highly recommend doing that, and you guys will get so much more done quickly. Another method I want to talk about, and this is one that I am not using because I just feel like I'd be cheating if I did it, but I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys for how tedious this grind is. I'm going to say, you know, if you want to do this, go ahead, but I'm not someone who personally does it, but I have known a lot of people who will play a match and they'll session join the worst player from each lobby. This is kind of like a soft reverse boost. I know a lot of people have been doing this because it makes camo grinding much easier since you won't be playing against meta sweats and all that kind of stuff. But personally for me, I am not someone who likes to do any sort of RBing or soft RBing or whatever it may be. So therefore, you know, it's an option available to you guys. All you have to do is just play a match, look at the scoreboard after the match, see who did the worst, wait for that person to get into a match or into a pregame lobby or whatever, and you just session join them and you got an easier lobby. And you can keep doing that every single game until the lobbies are pretty much free, if that's the best way I can put it. So, but another tip I have for you guys is once you get a lot of these challenges available to you, I would recommend trying to do ones that go together. Like, you'll see that there are long shot challenges, maybe 2 sets of long shot challenges. Try to work on those at the same exact time. If you see that there are headshot challenges, try to do that at the same exact time. And a lot of these guns, you're going to have to find out a specific build for each of the 3 different attachment ones, because what works for some attachments might not work for other attachments. And the reason I say this is because all these different setups they make you use have different variables of accuracy, recoil control, ammo, all that kind of stuff, and you're really going to want to fine-tune your class setups per camo challenge whenever it comes to the last 3 sets of camos. So that's definitely going to be something that you guys are going to want to do, and I'm going to recommend just try to counter whatever those camo challenges take away. And as you guys can see right here, I was trying to level up this machine pistol. This is one of those guns that I really wish I would have leveled up from zombies right from the get-go. This weapon is garbage until you get it leveled up to at least like 25, because 10-round mag, super inaccurate, low damage. It's just it is not good. You want to wait till you at least get the burst fire. The burst fire is going to make this so much easier to use in order to get your camos done. And whenever you get it finally done, you can put on some rapid fire barrels and stuff, put it on akimbo, and it just shreds up close. It's almost like having a pocket dual wield PPSH with maximum fire rate, if you could really put it that way. I think it's the fastest firing gun in the game with certain attachments, and yeah, it's pretty much like you're dual wielding 2 PPSHs. I mean, that's just the best way I could put it. So, but other than that, that is really all I have for you guys today. Is the camo grind worth it? If you like the look of Atomic, sure. Just know it's going to take you a very long time, and it's going to be very frustrating, and you're going to have to play and go out of your way to get this camo challenge this year. It is not something that you can really passively do within a good time frame. Full sending is going to take you guys a lot of time. Anyways, this has been Greg. I'll see you all next one. Have a great day.